Yo, what's good, fam? We back at it with another video of your girl Tunes. We're gonna be reacting to Lois Wilkerson, the TV mom from hell that made life unfair. If y'all don't know who she's talking about, of course she's talking about Lois from Malcolm in the Middle, one of my favorite shows. And they're actually coming back with like a what you call it, like a reunion type show where everybody is coming back from Dewey to Hal. My man Bryan Cranston came back out of retirement to play Hal. I love that. The lady that played Lois is coming back. Everybody, Reese, Francis, everybody, the original is coming back, and I can't wait because I'm going to be watching it. But yeah, man, we're going to jump straight into this. If you have not subscribed to your girl Tunes yet, do so ASAP. Show her all the love in the world, especially if you enjoy her content. Follow her on all her platforms. Show her all the love. Let's jump straight into it, y'all.
I am here today to talk about a mother who will give Rochelle from Everybody Hates Chris a run for her money. A mother that is feared and loved. Her name is Lois! No, not you from Family Guy. We all know you trash. Like I was saying, Lois Wilkerson! In the pantheon of television parents, few characters are as divisive and unforgettable as Lois Wilkerson, the matriarch of the Wilkerson family in Malcolm in the Middle, played with ferocious intensity by Jane. Ooh. Y'all know I am terrible when it comes to these last names. Kastramick? Jane Kastramick.
That's why I just call her Lois.
Lois is a character defined by contradictions. Loving yet oppressive, rational yet unhinged, righteous yet hypocritical. While her character has often been written as a stereotypical TV mom from hell, a closer look reveals that Lois is more complex and unsettling than that label suggests. She is not just a sitcom caricature, but a reflection of authoritarian parenting, intergenerational trauma, and the consequences of systematic dysfunction within American families. Now, off rip, the first time we ever meet Lois, she's naked from the waist up, and she has her titties out in the open and swinging. In a huff, she slams open her front door, revealing her bits to one of Malcolm's teachers from school.
When Jess uses Bank Smartly checking and savings, we help her money work harder.
In Albion, no matter where you go or what you do, your mount will accompany you on your journey. Perhaps you'll pick...
I could never do that. No matter how comfortable I am with my titties, I am not flashing someone at the front door and most likely get an indecent charge. Lois is better.
Nah. In that episode, they were driving her fucking crazy. I guess she was just like, fuck it, I don't give a fuck. Hey, people. And they was like, yo, wow. Wow. But yeah, I think they fucked her shirt up or some shit like that. But yeah.
Described as a militant disciplinarian, her default mode is loud, aggressive, and commanding. She frequently resorts to yelling, physical intimidation, and guilt tripping to get her way. She is unapologetically authoritarian, believing deeply in structure, rules, and consequences. Her punishments are often excessive and emotionally charged, ranging from public humiliation to long-term grounding. While some viewers interpret her strictness as tough love, many instances show it veering into emotional abuse.
That's a fact. But yo, they were bad as shit, man. Like, it's crazy.
All of our stuff's gone. That's right. I gave it all to charity. You now have 2 changes of clothes, one for school and one for home.
She
What
was.
distinguishes Lois is that her behavior is not entirely irrational. She's often the only adult in the room, the sole force preventing her son from falling into complete ruin. She
Facts.
lives in a home dominated by testosterone and chaos. Hal, her immature and passive husband, and 4, eventually 5 sons who range from genius to borderline delinquents. Her rigid control is arguably a survival mechanism in an environment that will otherwise collapse into anarchy. However, the intensity of her control doesn't just respond to dysfunction, it often causes it. Lois's approach to parenting is rooted in fear, domination, and moral absolutism. She doesn't just correct behavior, she seeks to control it entirely. She expects obedience without question, punishes disobedience without proportion, and views deviation from her worldview as a direct threat. Her parenting style rarely includes emotional validation or open dialogue. Instead, it relies on decrees and ultimatums.
What do you mean you quit? I quit this stupid system. The only reason I'm being punished like this is because I agreed to be punished like this. And I'm not gonna agree anymore. This isn't parenting. This is just sadism.
Her most glaring failures as a parent become evident through her relationships with each of her children. Malcolm, the gifted child, is burdened by Lois's projections and aspirations. She pushes him relentlessly to succeed, not necessarily for his benefit, but to validate her own sacrifices and suffering. When he is offered a lucrative job out of high school, Lois refuses to let him take it, insisting he needs to struggle first so he can become president and fix the broken system.
Yeah, that's dumb as hell. Like, fuck being president. Take that job.
Our expectations started out much smaller, but you just kept upping the ante.
What if I don't want to be president?
It's too late for that. You're gonna do it. You wouldn't have suffered enough.
I've been suffering all my life.
I'm sorry. It's not enough.
How the hell you gonna say it's not enough? You working at a motherfucking convenience store. Let this man take this job to help y'all out.
What do you mean I have to struggle, as if living with you for the past 18 years was not struggling enough? This is not motivation, it is exploitation. It strips Malcolm of agency and turns his life into a fantasy that serves her ego. Even worse, she does all this while ignoring his emotional needs and embarrassing him publicly.
Yeah.
Do we all remember the bowling episode? For a child under constant pressure to fix the family, the lack of emotional support is not just damaging, it's dehumanizing. Francis, the oldest, is arguably the most damaged by Lois.
God.
She sends him away to military school as a teenager, routinely reminds him of his failures, and admits to projecting her stress and disappointment onto him.
I wasn't a good enough mother to you, and I'm sorry. I shouldn't have left you with her, and I shouldn't have sent you to military school. I got overwhelmed, and I took things out on you that weren't your fault. They were my fault, and I'm sorry.
I'm so used to giving, and now I get to receive.
I ain't falling for that.
Praise God.
Though Francis is no saint himself, his rebellion seems less like rebellion and more like a desperate grasp for autonomy in the face of relentless control. Reese, often dismissed as the dumb bully, is arguably a product of emotional neglect. Lois and Hal often treat him like a lost cause, reinforcing a cycle of violence and insecurity. This demonstrates how Lois and Hal has a deep disdain for their second-born son, and they are eagerly anticipating the day they can finally get rid of him after years of suffering that he has put them through. Not to mention, Reese is proud of their hostility towards him and is fully aware of it. Adding more salt to the wound, it appears that Lois and Hal don't give a damn about Reese's safety or overall well-being. Dewey, the quiet musical prodigy, is largely overlooked. Despite his extraordinary musical talents, maturity, and even his role in raising Jamie, Lois and Hal, they pay him little attention with their tunnel vision towards Malcolm, which blinds them to the brilliance of their other children, contributing to feelings of invisibility and neglect. Perhaps most disturbing, Lois admits to sabotaging Dewey's opportunity to shine at a piano competition in St. Louis, fearing that success might spoil him.
Whoa.
Save up to 25% on 2026 travel with G Adventure's Great Adventure Sale. Book today.
That's...
With YouTube Premium, watch ad-free videos and listen ad-free on the YouTube Music app.
Ooh. No wonder they were so damn bad.
This isn't tough love. It's jealousy, fear, and control disguised as parenting. Not to mention, she and Hal kept having relations like two Energizer bunnies and pumping out 2 more kids.
There's no reason.
And your mother is pregnant.
The woman was too stunned to speak.
Pregnant?
Are you nuts? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. How could you do that to me? To all of us? What the hell were you thinking?
I agree.
Mom being pregnant.
You're pregnant?
You're having another kid?
Yes.
What is wrong with you two? You have enough problems as it is?
And you could have did it. See, I get wrong because you never apologized.
This is called parentification, and it happens to Dewey, who ends up taking care of Jamie, his baby brother, since Lois and Hal are too busy to focus on Jamie. To understand more, parentification is when a child is forced to take on the role of a supportive adult within their family. Basically, Dewey became Jamie's parent. Understanding Lois requires understanding of her childhood trauma, particularly her relationship with her mother.
Yep.
Lois's mother is perhaps one of the most sadistically abusive I have ever seen. She's vindictive, manipulative, and emotionally barren. She mocks Lois, sues her while she's pregnant, pits her against her sister Susan, and revels in her suffering. Lois is a clear product of intergenerational trauma. Many of her worst traits, emotional rigidness, obsession with fairness, need for control, are her mother's, just wrapped in a more functional and socially acceptable package. Where Lois's mother is overtly sadistic, Lois masks her cruelty as maternal duty.
You don't think I'd sacrifice this one? Let me explain something to you. I would sell Malcolm down the river in a heartbeat to save Reese. Why? Malcolm's gonna be fine no matter what happens.
God damn.
She's got a point. Lois's treatment of Piama, Francis' wife, reveals her inability to handle assertive women who see through her manipulations. When Piama enters the picture, Lois views her as a threat, not because she's done anything wrong, but because she challenges Lois's authority.
Stop talking about him like that. Francis is my heart.
Piama is the only character who truly calls Lois out, and rather than respecting her son's choice or engaging in adult conversation, Lois responds with disdain and passive-aggressive hostility. It's a clear sign that Lois doesn't just seek respect, she demands obedience. One of the most infuriating moments of the series occurs when Lois spends Malcolm's $10,000 scholarship money on a vintage dollhouse.
Okay, I might have to rewatch a lot of this show again because I forgot all about this.
You got me more bent to the pretzel. What do you mean you spent my $10K on a dollhouse? Ooh. The way I would have turned that house every which way loose. The hypocrisy is staggering. After guilt-tripping both Hal and Dewey for thinking about how the money could benefit them, she commits outright theft to indulge her own nostalgia and material desire. This isn't just bad judgment, it's selfishness elevated to financial abuse. She robs Malcolm of a critical opportunity while simultaneously insisting that his education is the most important mission of the family. And this leads to perhaps the most irritating aspect of Lois's character, her self-righteousness. She constantly gives moral lectures to her family, behaves as if she is the lone moral compass in the world of idiots and criminals, yet routinely breaks her own rules. Whether it's covering up her smoking, stealing money, or emotionally neglecting her children, Lois often operates with a rules for thee, not for me mentality. Now, to be fair, I'm gonna give her flowers. Lois isn't just a bad mom. She's a traumatized mom, trying her hardest with the emotional tools she was or wasn't given. Her upbringing with her mother and her father, Victor, two of the most emotionally stunted and toxic grandparents ever depicted in a sitcom, clearly shaped her parenting style. Lois didn't get love, understanding, or agency growing up, so now as a mother, she clings to control to express her love and maintain order in a chaotic environment. This doesn't make her decisions right. Many of them are objectively harmful. She is controlling, she plays favorite, she undermines her children's autonomy, Malcolm especially, and she often allows her anger to overrule reason. But what makes her different from many real-life parents like her is this: Lois is capable of growth. She learns, she backs down eventually, she reflects even if she struggles to apologize. She's not a static figure of cruelty. She's a woman in survival mode who sometimes sees herself clearly enough to try and change. That's more that can be said for a lot of parents, both real and fictional. And that's part of why Malcolm in the Middle resonates across cultures, where fans have connected deeply with the show's portrayal of dysfunctional family dynamics. The Wilkersons are exaggerated. Yes, it's a comedy, but they're also being honest. They make mistakes. They break
very honest
each other. They love each other awkwardly and inconsistently, and yet the love is there.
That was my show, right? That my
bond
episode.
is messy, uncomfortable, and at times unearned, but it's real. Unlike many real-life parents who shut down, shift blame, or pretend they're perfect, Lois at least tries to do better, even if better is deeply flawed, and that matters. Malcolm in the Middle is really a depiction of the reality of poor financial literacy, generational poverty, and emotionally wounded adults trying to raise kids while still figuring out how to raise themselves. Lois isn't a role model. If we're being objective, she's not even a good mom, but she is a powerful depiction of flawed love, of generational trauma, and how the intention to do right doesn't always lead to right action. In the end, Lois Wilkerson is not a character meant to be admired without criticism. She's meant to be understood. She embodies the contradictions of motherhood. Fierce love tangled with control, good intentions overshadowed by poor execution, and strength built on the rubble of a painful past. Watching her isn't always easy, but it's real, and in that raw, often uncomfortable realism lies the heart of Malcolm in the Middle. Lois doesn't always get it right, but she keeps trying. She may not be the mom we want, but for many, she's the mom they recognize. And through all her chaos, flaws, and fire, she's one of television's most complex, unforgettable mothers. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the notification bell so you never miss an update. And that brings a conclusion to the month of mothers. And now we're getting to the month of fathers. And I got a whole bunch for y'all to look out for.
I'm gonna be looking out for that one. Well, I'm pretty sure you already dropped it. But yo, this opened my eyes to a lot of shit. Cause she had a point. I forgot that she spent that man money to buy a fucking dollhouse. After you told me I should do that, everybody don't need to be president of the United States. Even though it seemed like it now, anybody could be president of the United States. But still, like, some people just wanted to, he could have just had that job, could have been doing good, help family out, but no. You know what I mean? She just pulled the fences. Like, Denzel Washington was hating. I feel like Denzel was hating on his son the whole time. It ain't no different from that. Because his father did him dirty. Then I guess he felt like that was good to show his son tough love. Like, come on, man. This is not tough love, bro. This is evil. You're shitting on your son's dreams. But the difference is, Lois actually did learn from a couple things. Denzel ain't learned from shit in fences. So and it also goes to show, like, the parents ain't perfect. It's like this goes to show, man. Just like I be looking up, I was telling folks this, just like how a lot of us in our 30s are still like freestyling our life to see how we gonna get through and all this. Our parents was doing the same thing. Doing the same exact thing. Some of us don't get it at that age. Gonna catch everything at that age, and then boom, we got it all together. Some of us do, but some of us gotta see what we gonna be able to do, man. It's freestyle. We all learn. Parents are not Saints, they mess up too. They make mistakes too. But I ain't gonna lie, Lois made a fuckload of mistakes. Rochelle was who. That's why I said I'm glad she said that, because she definitely would have gave her a run for her money. Woo! Lord. But other than that, yo, if y'all enjoyed this video, smash the like button for your boy. Comment down below what y'all thought of the video. Also, let me know what else you want me to react to. Share the video and subscribe to the channel for your boy, man. If you have not yet, go and subscribe to your girl Toonz. Show her all the love in the world. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. See y'all in the next video.